Guys, we need subs. We gotta share this stuff around. We gotta get people watching this stuff. This is peak content and peak takes that we work very hard on. So support us by sharing this around, letting people know that, hey, there's a little podcast. Maybe you've heard of these guys. They're kind of, they're kind of cool. I like them a lot. Share us around. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Off Center Podcast, your home for perfectly imperfect hobby cop. I did it again. The same spot. We're rolling.
Hibbity talk.
Hobby talk, one Off Center take at a time. I'm one of your hosts, Mason, with my two lead picks for a Pokemon double battle. Go, Radar! Go, Squeaks! Thrifty is on assignment. On the show this week, we got to talk about the Illustrator, crazy sale, and the general auctions, everything that was selling. What a crazy night that was. We're going to recap all that. We're going to talk about influencers getting robbed and is making content even worth it anymore. We'll talk about it. And then we're going to wrap up with the latest collabs with Pokemon for the 30th anniversary. Lots of cool stuff coming down the pipes. We're going to talk about it. But yeah, the three topics we have. That's it.
The pipe.
That's it.
All I can think about is like the Mario, like
We're
when he
rolling.
goes down in the pipe, like sound. Nate needs to put the sound in the pipe. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me hit you guys with it. We just had the Logan Paul break, right? This thing was built up.
The
Super
Logan Paul PSA 10 Illustrator.
Yeah.
Kind of a big
Super,
deal.
yeah. Super built up. The Illustrator sale night, gonna set the record. But let me tell you, the most interesting auction from that night was not the Illustrator.
Okay. No.
It wasn't. It wasn't. It absolutely
No.
was not.
No, get him out
No,
of here. Get
it
him out.
wasn't.
I mean,
That's
look.
my take.
No.
That's my take. It was not the most interesting auction.
Nate,
I mean, it was.
Nate, boo this
Sorry.
man. Do all the mean noises. Whatever you got to do. Like, come on.
I
That's
mean,
how
look,
it works.
it wasn't the thing I was most interested in personally, but the ending of it was way higher than everyone expected, which made it the most interesting thing. Had to, right? I mean, no one expected $16.5 million for
A crazy amount. We were so
a
wrong. We
Pokemon
were so
card.
far off. It wasn't even close.
You know what the funniest thing to me was when I was watching the stream? Like, I've become a very big Ken Golden fan this year, and I'm not even sure how it happened. It just did. But everyone's like cheering when the
That's a
final
bigger take.
bid came in. And to me, just at first, after it was fine, but at first, Ken seemed a little sad, I thought. And I don't think it was because he was like sad about the price or setting the record or anything. I think it was just like, oh, it's over. Like, we're not going to go for another 3 hours of like 30-minute bid increments at a time. Like, I think he was having the time of his life doing
No, that sadness was probably from the fact that Pokemon beat out sports.
that. Oh, yeah, he is a big sports guy.
His
I noticed
whole
that.
life built Golden off of sports cards, sportsmen, and then here comes a dingus, Logan Paul, with a Pokemon card and getting $16.5 million, blowing out the Jordan Kobe or whatever card
Triple logo,
that
man.
sold for
Logo Man.
$13 million.
Yeah. Even I know what Logo Man, please.
Well, was it Jordan and Kobe or LeBron and Kobe? I forget who was it. All three of them. But
Yeah.
no. Like, what was the most? Your hot take. What was the most interesting thing then?
So there were a few in this auction. The Logan Paul first ed Charizard that almost broke $1 million, which would have been the first English card to hit $1 million for Pokemon. That would have been wild. In fact, I think we were one bid increment off of it. And Ken had a really interesting quote in the live stream about the Illustrator of, do you want to wake up tomorrow and have purchased the second most expensive card of all time? Or do you want to get the marketing that's going to come with having purchased the most expensive card of all time? And I think that's really like astute, like not only marketing on his end to the people bidding, but also like astute of like understanding like where the real value in buying something like that's baked in. And it's not even necessarily in the asset, but in everything that comes along with the asset, right? And I think the same thing for that first ed Charizard. I think that there was a big missed opportunity there of putting nearly $1 million English card is not an interesting headline, but first $1 million English card is an extremely, extremely interesting headline that was missed out.
It could have stuck too because it has the pedigree of Logan
Yeah,
Paul
100
break. So like,
100%.
if it was just the PSA 10 Charizard without that, and it sold for $1 million, I think it. I don't know if every single sale after that would have been $1 million, but because that is technically still a 1/1 Charizard because he's 0 for 3 in his last boxes of pulling another Charizard. Will we get another Logan Paul PSA
0 for
10?
3 is crazy.
Well, and he has a pristine 10, right?
Oh,
so
that's
like
right.
we're not done seeing the Logan Paul auctions in our history. You know, we've still got a 35th anniversary at some point, a 50th. Like there will be more.
If that doesn't tell you something that he's holding on to that and selling the Illustrator, that's got to tell you guys something.
Well, and he has 3 first ed boxes left, he said on the live stream, because when Bayman came up, Bayman had mentioned opening more boxes or something, and he had mentioned that he still had 3 first ed, and I think Beamer has a first ed too, and I'm pretty sure he has an Illustrator and a 9 as well, and so
we'll see it on Rip It.
Yeah, right. So we should talk about that too. So that was a really interesting one, and I think that's one that was interesting in the sense of like maybe a little missed opportunity, even though crazy freaking sale.
If it hit $1 million, more interesting than
sure.
The Illustrator. Okay, fair.
One of the ones that was really crazy, the Japanese base set sheet. I think everyone expected that sheet to go crazy. I think with a few of the sheet sales that had happened earlier this year for English Base Unlimited, I know that there was like the $250,000 sale or something like that, but it was a private sale, so it's like, is that real or not? But this thing went for like $631,000. It was the last auction lot running. They shut their stream down before this thing ended. I'm a sheet guy, love sheets. I went to bed before it ended because I was just like, these two people genuinely could run this for like 8 more hours if they wanted to and still not hit $1 million. Like I was just like, I've got to tap out, and then it didn't get another bid. So maybe they were just waiting for me to go to bed. But that one was truly crazy. And I think all of the sheets that were in the auction were truly crazy. As anyone that was in the live stream, we were all streaming it in Discord together, heard me all night freaking out about the sheets because it really set a new bar for sheets. I mean, we had the one of just the card backs go for a little over $6,000, which historically most sheets like that wouldn't have broken like a few thousand. And that pretty much sets the floor for sheets, in my opinion.
Have we seen this sheet sell? I know we've seen smaller, like just one section of Japanese base set sell. Have we seen this sheet ever?
No, I believe Rusty said he used to have one. So
no, Rusty still has one. And you guys want to guess how much he paid for it?
I have no clue. $1.
Okay, guess.
$200.
$200.
$5,000.
He paid $250 for it.
Oh.
Now, Rusty's been in this forever, right? I mean, he bought this thing when it was so like, but shocking. $250 to, I mean, $600K seems a little bit.
Maybe it was the Rocket one that he said he used to have it and then didn't have it anymore.
He's still
one of the two, because I watched his video and he said that he was, but like the sheet of just the backs, every sheet almost has the backs on it. So a sheet of just the backs, that to me has to, like, in my head, is like the floor of sheets, because like at that point you only have one thing to display, and it's the card backs. But then we saw a starter deck sheet go for like $8.6K, which those a few years ago were just like $2,000. We saw the fossil sheet go for 14.9, which is crazy because of how many of those are out there. And then the English sheet went for like the English base unlimited sheet went for like 93,000. The Japanese rocket, I think, went for like 70 something.
70.
Yeah. So like,
and you can't even see the condition of these sheets. There's not good images.
Yeah.
They're
a lot of them are framed up. Yeah. Which, you know, if you're going to keep it framed, like, as long as it's like display presence,
it looks good.
Whatever. Yeah. But it's like sheets have really started to like not only have like meteoric rise, but like a lot of notoriety put to them. And, you know, I know that we've always had the theory that like sheets are eventually going to be one of the biggest things in the hobby because it's the art you can hang on your wall of the cards. Right. But to see that actually start to come to fruition, right? To see a sheet break $500,000 was a little like crazy, like just like, oh my God, I can't believe it's really happening kind of thing.
Would another one, if another one went to auction, would it do the same thing?
It depends, like the status of the auction, right? Like you had some of your highest profile bidders here.
Golden's doing a 30th anniversary auction for Pokemon. Put another one in that auction. Is it getting 613,000 or whatever the number it was?
No, but I bet it goes high, like pretty high.
400, 500.
Yeah, what is high for this sheet traditionally?
Yeah,
over $250,000.
Okay, so someone could take a a bath thinking they'll get 300K when they thinking they're getting 600, which so it's still a lot of money.
Surely. Well, and because
But-
you always have proximity, right? Where like, okay, two of these have popped up really close together, and we hadn't seen any for a long time. Is there going to be a third? Is there going to be a fourth? Like that's what happened with the Protostoys, right? Where it was like, oh my god, here's this Protostoys, this like prototype card, whatever, and next thing you know, oh my god, here's 6 of them, and like 4 more raw ones or whatever it was, right? And they just started coming out of the woodwork, and so.
But that really shows the power of these auction houses, because everyone in the community knew about Protostoys being offered to them at 20K or whatever it was, and then it goes and sells for 300. This sheet, guaranteed, was probably going around potential buyers for way less than 600,000, but people passed on it, I'd imagine. And then you throw it into an auction like this that has the notoriety and the bidders behind it, and they're not the ones mingling with us. They're doing their own things, making millions of dollars. And then they end up sending this thing to the moon. So these auction houses are crushing it.
Their reach is insane, which and I think that like that's definitely one of the things that I really liked about this auction was, credit to Ken and Golden, like as a team, and eBay, I know they're under eBay's umbrella, like the marketing of this event, I believe, is why I think Ken had said something on the live stream, like 40 of the 50 top numbered lots, like lot 1 through 50, 40 of them set records. Like that's
it helps having Logan Paul in there too.
100%, but their marketing arm of that, right? Like we've seen Logan do breaks before, we've seen things auctioned off by Logan before, never to this level. And like it's not like just the Illustrator sold at a record, right? It was virtually everything. I mean, what was it? Pikachu Gold Star?
Yeah, we can go through them if you guys want to.
Let's go through them real quick. That'd be great.
But they, like, with all the marketing talk and everything, right? We kind of talked last week about what our thoughts were between Mr. Beast and this Logan Paul break. And what did he peak at? What, 50K?
He was around 50, yeah. So it was like a tenth of what the Mr. Beast
way less, less than his break a few years ago too. But the production quality phenomenal. They did everything.
How many did
really
that break have?
330, something like that.
Wow, that is really interesting.
So
I agree. The production quality
like
way higher. Like they really did it. It was
awesome. Oh, the first at base box, $500,000. That's a record.
That's a big one too.
I mean, with the odds of pulling a Charizard, that's okay.
620,000 for a legendary collection, which is
that's low.
103K a box.
That's low. I bet Logan paid more for that, I would imagine, because of the current.
So that was his that was
boxes.
being auctioned?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the other one that they took a box out of was his that he cracked. Is that right?
Yeah, which will probably be on Rip It the rest of the rest of the boxes.
The corporate deck at 187 is crazy.
That trophy.
I know this one that
everything.
One, yeah.
The trophy sale too up there, 384,000. Like
that one's big too.
That's
I think
huge.
that one's I think that one's huge. Because those had been depressed for a while. I mean,
and there was also 3 sets in this auction, or 4 sets of trophy cards in this auction.
Yeah.
There were a lot of trophies in this. The one that really surprised me was this Dawn Art. I mean, it was very close to extended bidding with no bids. Then it got 1 bid, which took it in 1 or 2 that took it into extended. I think it was just 1 because you don't have to bid to get into extended bidding anymore. You used to. But it only ended up with 3 bids and still ended up at 80.6K. So it must have just been 2 people that really wanted it.
I mean, I'm not big on Shikishis and this stuff. Like, I understand it because it's the art side of it, but like, there have been crazy private sales on this type of stuff for original Shikishis from Sugimori and other artists. So the price point's not surprising, but like
Golden had one years ago. Was it the Pichu?
Yeah,
and there was like some stuff around that, but like, and that's what I was thinking here. It's like, man, this might have a lot of bid activity, and then it only got 3. Maybe it's because it's Dawn, so it's not Ash, it's not a Pokemon, it's not and like Dawn's a popular like supporting cast, but not
it doesn't do anything for me, but it's cool, but
it's got color. Like usually the sketches are just like black marker.
That's true.
So this one has color, which is nice. But
Yeah, big sheets, big first place Kaido. So this is a first place card, but it's a pop 4. Now this is because we know that there's extra copies of these out there. I don't know if this is one of the extra copies or one of the winner copies. But
Yeah, I think
71K.
the guy had like 3 or 4 of them at the TCG museum at Collectopia.
Yeah, I think there was a set of these that sold for lower than this somewhere. I don't remember where it was, but of first through third. But yeah, so this is a big one.
Oh, that's
for
what
One
he had
Piece
then.
fans.
Okay.
The set of them, yeah.
That would make more sense.
Mason, Gold Chocobo, $83,000.
I mean, it's a 9.
It's holding
It's a
strong.
Beckett 9.
What was the first sale of that? 40 grand, and they got up to 70 real quick.
They hover right around 50 grand. It seems like.
But this is crazy. This is a modern card.
You can buy packs with these cards in them still to this day. If you go,
this is crazy to me. 83,000.
Mason was laughing at me when I was asking him for some serialized Magic cards, and look at this thing.
Look at this. This is a Beckett 9. That's a PSA 8.5 Lotus. It's practically the same grade, and that's a Beta Lotus that went for less than half the price of a Gold Chocobo.
I would buy 2
has
Beta
the
Lotus.
hobby changed.
Or a One Piece Championship card. Yeah.
Yeah,
that is the definition of Magic, and why I'm opening this alpha deck. Hopefully,
93.
Yeah. So spoilers: John got himself an alpha deck and has had it for 48 hours, and is desperate to rip this thing open. So.
I can't sleep.
But
there could be anything
1993,
in it, even an alpha deck.
1993, 2025.
That really is just kind of sickening to look at next to each other.
32 years difference.
I don't like that. I get it. I understand the modern hype and the serialization is like so important to collectors, but I do not like that at all. This snapshot, it hurts.
It
literally hurts to look at.
Well, then we can keep going because John's in pain. But
it's like
that one.
Anybody looking at that knows cards would be like, why didn't I buy that Lotus? Because that makes no sense to me.
Sure.
I mean, this is what makes no sense to me.
Oh,
Snaps.
The Unicarp. And
I don't get it.
Well, there's no black label of this, right? Like, this is the highest Unicarp that's out there.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's a BGS 10.
But it's
Same thing as a PSA
but it's
10.
a Unicarp. Yeah. It's no, I agree with you. That one to me is crazy. The Masahiro Dark Clown that was this was like prize card thing or whatever that was given away. It's really obscure card because it has like a human face on it, but like it only got one bid, just the one person that wanted it. That one to me was a little odd. The Team Rocket case is crazy though. These boxes have been skyrocketing.
What is that, 40K, 30K a box?
30, it's over 30K. It's like 34K a box.
I mean, seeing the ridiculous premiums that we have on modern, that's not even that big of a premium on a vintage case, which there are surely not that many out there left. I mean, I still don't understand people who want to collect a cardboard box, but I guess they're all cardboard. A cardboard box without the Pokemon logo on it.
Yeah. I would get it if it was like an EX era case where like Gold Star Premium, like that there's probably X amount of Gold Stars in a case, but like this, it's a little different. This Unicarp was close to the other one, honestly. Like the PSA 10, like there's what is that, a 30K premium between the two?
That's a powerful PSA branding right there.
Look at the 6, poor 6.
I don't like that card.
Well, yeah, I've never been a Unicarp fan. I don't think it's as coveted. Like, I don't think it's as interesting as what people make it out to be. But clearly, other people do enough to that. A couple 100,000. These to me might have been the steal of the auction,
depending on condition, I guess.
Like that first Charizard there I think that is super clean because you got to remember when you look at the scans, like you're looking at everything like significantly larger than it is. I think that first Charizard there was extremely clean. I don't think you take the risk of crossing it. I think it's
take it to NBA, get a silver label, gold label, whatever. You can, that'd be nice.
Well, because we're seeing 9 start to approach this price in PSA.
No, in this auction it was actually 64,000.
Was it? I thought it was higher than that.
I thought they were going higher too, but I think we'll see. I think it's in here.
We'll see. Yeah. I'm not a disco guy.
I've been told by past employees that they are legitimate. Like they remember testing those hollows. But yeah, I have zero interest in those.
Yeah, they're just not my kind of card. So these are cool, John. Did you buy these? You talked about wanting to maybe buy these if they came to market.
Well, I have the Fraternal in a Beckett 8, which is pretty cool. I was hoping this would sell for more. I don't know who signed it. Was that the artist? Yeah, the artist. Oh, these are artist copies. So these are blank backs.
Proofs. These are the white backs.
Got it. Yeah, no interest in artist proofs really. Unless it's beta. But
what's the difference between an artist copy versus artist proof? I don't understand.
Oh, this is a square cut, isn't it? Or no?
All that means.
Well, an artist proof are the ones that they're given with the white backs. The artist copy might just be the copy that was given to the artist from.
Got it. Huh. Well, I know a certain someone had sheets of these or a sheet of these and cut them up.
Oh,
that they bought.
That
they
maybe sheet.
So
yeah. Okay,
that's good to know.
Yeah. Though you can see the Splendid Genesis is numbered, so there was a sheet of 20. The artist signed them, numbered them, and he cut them because that one's square cut. That one's square cut, actually.
Okay.
What do you guys think about selling sets together?
This? I don't know. Is this a good price? I mean, I don't know.
I have no clue if the price is good, but there's always been that debate historically, right? Of like, should you sell a set of something together or break it up?
Well, that trophy set did incredible, 386. So I think 99% of the time is usually a bad idea, but in today's market at this peak, absolutely just like lump things together and people will probably blindly bid.
Well, because you're like, it's like a convenience thing, right? Like now you don't have to go sort out like, oh, I need to find a Kabutops and a 10 that, like, here's your whole set. It's done.
But that's the fun part of collecting, guys.
Is it? I don't know. Swiping the credit card and getting a little dopamine hit. That's the fun. And then on to the next one.
Yeah.
All right. Ponchos.
Let's get them out.
Okay. Can we just talk about real quick? So today, a sale on Z&G happened of the Rayquaza, shiny Rayquaza poncho and a black label sold for $100,800, I believe it was. So essentially, a black label of that one Pikachu there is about the same price as all 7 of them in a 10.
Prayers for whoever bought that. That is...
For which one? The black label or this set? Or both?
The black label. I mean, if you bought this set, go chase the black labels. Crack them out. You make $1 million.
I mean, there's a lot. Like, those had a pretty decent black label rate, didn't they?
Yeah,
like
at one point.
Black labels?
I think when they were cheaper, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure now it's, a little more eyes go onto it. But yeah, there definitely was a time where I feel like those were not as difficult to get black labels on as like what a lot of cards were, even in Japanese. But yeah, this one's crazy. Here's another one that I didn't bring up, but I actually do think was pretty crazy, was this red. Now, our friend Kai in Australia, shout out to Kai, said this was a third print. I didn't really look that closely into it, but a third print red, even in a 9.8 A++ going for 124 would be wild. Like, that's wild. And video games have been kind of dead in the dumps for a while. Seems
careful,
like maybe...
Careful, Mason's a video game store, too.
No. I'm talking graded. He knows. I'm talking graded. I'm not talking like, I think actually
these don't walk into your store, Mason. You don't get sealed 9.8 reds.
I graded some games. I graded a silver and a blue. So I've had graded stuff, and I've submitted stuff to WADA and stuff. So, but I mean, look, if you're gonna have a graded video game, this is the ones to have, right? I mean, if you're gonna do let Mario 64 and this, Pokemon Red and Blue. I mean,
this is where it's such a high grade for this game. Who cares?
Yes, 9.8 is
it's epic.
Max. Well, and that's kind of where we're starting to what we're starting to see, right? Video games took that dive after 2020, 2021. They've been dead ever since. But now we're starting to see the games take off again. Like, and not everything. It's not like it was before where every game's $1,000 or more. Now it's just like Pokemon, original Mario Bros, some of the black box NES games, but we're starting to see those start to elevate and separate themselves. Sealed consoles, things like that. And a lot of the other stuff is just staying where it's been. And I think that is actually a healthy sign for the video game collector hobby, that the stuff that people really value, and there are a lot of people that want it more than what exists of it, that stuff's starting to run. Now, will we see these sales replicated? We did see quite a few sealed Pokemon graded games sell on eBay after this auction, probably because people saw these sales and thought, well, these are deals. So it'll be interesting to see kind of the next few sales that come out of, Golden and Heritage and all of these other places, if they compete with this. But we can keep going. There is an interesting dichotomy between the silver. I think there was also a silver PSA and a 9.8.
I'm just sad that I have to probably break my VGA 90 plus blue version out and send it to PSA now.
I don't think you do, man. I think
I don't have the heart to do it. It's
I mean, worst case, just cross it. Like, can't you cross it in the case?
They'll probably crack it for you. I'd be happy to.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I assume that would cross like a 9.6.
It's not good enough. I mean, a 9.8.
It's not good enough. I need a
90. A 90 plus VGA is insane.
Yeah, it is. That's why I said I'd keep it, man, or just sell it as it is. But
let someone else chase the dream.
CGC 10. Now this came out of that sealed case, I believe, that had sold for 60,000. There were 6 of them. I think 2 of them got 10s.
Kai and I were about to go 50-50 on that, and it got higher than our number. And man, we dropped the ball. We should have just went for it.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a gamble. It was a huge gamble.
It was, yeah. These are interesting. So a lot of trophies. We know Dan, Catch 'em All Collectibles, friend of the channel. He won one of these or 2 of these. I watched his video on auction recap. Yeah,
lot 36. I think he won.
Oh, okay.
From what I recall.
Yeah, I was gonna say he won the 37K one, I believe, and then he won another 30, one, but I don't remember which one.
It was like 32 or something.
Oh,
yeah, it was one of the
or 36, maybe.
I think his total was like 70,000. He said so. Whatever one adds up to 70, probably 30, lot 39 there, maybe.
Yeah, I think these are. I mean, they're historically underpriced based on everything else. Comparing it, right? Like,
are these one of those situations where people just kind of quit to care because now there's full arts that are more interesting? Like, we've seen this on a lot of cards that people used to care about, but now there's just like more interesting alternate arts and full arts. And I know these are trophies, so it's completely different. But
and there's extra copies, and there's so much. It's not exciting.
I do want to give him credit. Something that he's really smart about that a lot of people don't know is the dichotomy between first, second, and third, and then fourth place, where there wasn't a fourth place every single year. And so there's significantly less of the number 4 trainers. That is the one he won, lot 43, because he won a number 4 trainer knowing that there's less of those. So if you want to make a set, that's actually one of the harder ones.
Big brain.
That's so niche, though.
I agree with you. I agree. But but if you want to make a set, right? It's kind of like they were talking on the stream with the break of Legendary Collection. If you want to make a PSA 10 set of Legendary Collection Reverse Hollows, getting Challenge in a Reverse Hollow top 6. So it's really expensive. This is kind of a similar thing. If you want to make a set, you're going to have to go through one of the few people that has them, or
that's fair.
Has a box of extra copies. But
just diamond hands, Dan. Diamond hands.
Yeah, diamond hands, Dan.
These are just so much cooler to me, though. I just love these so much.
They are phenomenal.
It's hard to, dude. And the blue one, the number 2 is my favorite. The blue aesthetic with the silver trophy and then Pikachu, like contrasting the whole coloring is like, oh, dude.
I'm probably biased too, because this is when I was finally able to buy my first trophy. Was this era of trophies? I like these better than even the new ones.
I mean, look at that. That's just a gorgeous card.
I love that card. Love that card.
I don't know if it's because like Pikachu's yellow, his cheeks are red, and the blue background, it's all primary colors. Like something about number 2 just does it for me more than any other. And I know that it should be number 1 because it's all like sparkly and colorful, and the trophy's bigger. But number 2,
they did such a good job at like how we were. We'll talk about it later. But the pinball machines, they made number 1 a little bit better with like texturing and then the little add-ons compared to 2 and 3 and 4. So. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, Pikachu's like a little happier that he won than he was when he was on number 2. Okay. It progressively gets more sad, and then on number 4, he's just like wearing the trophy.
He's just happy to be there.
Yeah. But yeah, no, these.
All right. Well, there's a lot of other stuff too, but what else went on during this event? Yeah. You want to talk more about? You want to talk more about the event though, like the live stream and.
What does it mean? What does it mean for the hobby? What do we take away?
Let's wrap it up. This was a great podcast. No, I'm just kidding. What do you got? What do you like from it, Mason?
I think Ken was even saying, as the auction was just going higher and higher and higher, this was like at 12 million, and he was just like, It's important for these types of moments for these collectibles because it legitimizes them. It proves that they deserve to be in the same room, in the same card show as sports or anything else. Like they have a place
I do like that.
On your shelf. They have a place on your shelf alongside all your other collectibles because it legitimizes them as a collectible asset, a desirable asset, one that has true value.
His new favorite term is "stop poo-pooing Pokemon." He says that a lot now.
He has. I was gonna say, he has. We always kind of refer to him as like the sports guy because he's been really into sports, and like even on that stream, like he was plugging like the
Wagner, the Honus.
The Honus. But then what was the other card that he's giving away?
The Cooper Flag.
Yeah, Cooper Flag. My brain just wanted to say Cooper DeJean from the Eagles, but but no, in the boxes that he's giving away on his like YouTube and stuff. But he's actually been pretty pro Pokemon and pretty positive towards it in a lot of the media. Like somebody had asked him, I think I had seen something along the lines of like, what would you say to someone that like criticizes this? And he had like a lot of really positive stuff to say about like the legitimacy and everything. And, actually the most interesting line that Ken said, the whole auction, from all the marketing through the live stream, through everything, was one of the last lines he said before they shut the stream off. It was actually that this stuff is going to keep going up as long as the government keeps printing money. And then I think that was like literally the last line out of his mouth. And nothing had resonated with me more than that, because that's so self-aware. Like it is not a coincidence that we are at all-time highs of amount of money being printed since COVID. And that, debt ceiling keeps just getting raised and debt keeps going to the roof and more money keeps getting printed and assets across the board just keep skyrocketing. Like that's not a coincidence. And I think he's right. I get some of that's going to be marketing and like, you're an auctioneer, you're doing your thing, but like, I don't know, man. I think he's right.
It's so painful. And I'm sure you guys don't feel as emotional about this as I do, but because I talk about it more than I probably should. But like,
I already know what he's going to say.
We were doing this and saying this and sure of this 10, 12, 15 years ago. We shouldn't be here. We should be off on hanging out in some mansions together with all the stuff we were buying, the foresight we had.
We messed up. We sold too early.
We're doing well, but like,
oh, you're not? You're not hanging out in mansions?
Isn't that not where you are?
I sold my entire collection for this bookshelf.
That distorts when I move my hand too far.
No. Okay, it was expensive. It's magic. See, but like I absolutely love that we're getting this from Ken, who is a huge influence. But like, man, we knew this. We knew this was coming. Why didn't we wait longer? Why didn't It's
because
just
human nature, man.
Yeah.
Like it's like have you ever heard the comment of like, if you held Bitcoin since 2010, you'd have like $1 bajillion or something? And it's like, but that's not actually what you're saying. You're saying if you would have held it since it hit 1,000, 2,100, 1,400, like, or 14,000, like all of those milestones, and never sold through any of that, right? Like that's not that's just not realistic, man. But I will tell you that we've done well. We should be proud. Let's focus on that. The hobby's growing. It's healthier than it's ever been in a lot of regards, but not all of them.
Well, it's a good thing that we're doing so well because we're just going to get robbed anyways. So it really doesn't matter.
Oh,
okay. We're supposed to keep this topic light.
Oh, Jeez. That's right. I'm sorry. Hello, everyone.
Okay.
As a person that talks on the internet about collectibles and things, and from a store that has things in it, we're going to talk about some theft going on. Obviously, here the most recent thing was PokeDean. PokeDean is PokeChloe's partner, right? Like the business partner.
What business partner?
Yeah. So. I just want to make sure
clarifications are important there.
I was making sure because they're always together. We always associate one with the other. So if you guys don't know PokeDean, it's that guy. Did a video about how his house was broken into and felt very targeted. Felt like it was
he left for an event or something, right?
Yeah,
he was gone and influencers post and talk about where they're at all the time. And
yeah, that's part of it.
comes home and shocking video. Go watch it if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, we're not going to show it because like he posted on his channel.
Yeah.
Give him all the ad revenue you can. But
yeah, like he has his backdrop for like when he does videos. Obviously, all the stuff that was there was taken because people.
This is his house. This is his house.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like it's like a job
Correct.
or you know a place
This
that
is
he works.
This is where he sleeps every night, where he eats, where he lives. Like this is his house, not his store. Like Mason, you've owned a store for a long time, a couple stores. I'm sure. Have you been broken into, robbed?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like it sucks, but I'm sure the fact that it's your home. Like, I've had my car broken into where they stole like change out, right? And I felt uncomfortable going into that car for a little bit. This is insane.
Yeah, very similar effect of like you feel very violated. You feel very like, wow, it's personal. This is a personal thing. I feel that when my for my stores, but also like if it was my house, yeah, it's crazy. So, and we've seen escalations of this kind of stuff. We saw what was it, a couple weeks ago now, Pokecourt in New York, just having a nice little event with people doing like bedazzling like top loaders and things for displays and stuff like that, and people just came in with guns and just started cracking their
while people were in the store.
Yeah, during an event, like having
the middle of the day.
Yeah. So it's just
it's a phenomenal store. I went to their store, by the way, this last week. Pokecourt. It's now the Trainer Court. They rebranded. Phenomenal, beautiful store. Their pack bar, like I wish they would have like a liquor license so you could have a nice drink while you're opening Pokemon or something. But
I mean,
wonderful store, wonderful location. I'm shocked people went there and did that. But I guess like there's
brazen, like just insane that just in the middle of the city, basically. I know them from they were on Deep Pocket Monster so many times of helping him and doing when he was doing his collection challenges and stuff. So I remember stuff from that, and that's how I know of them. But yeah, I mean, we just hear about it more and more. I mean, if you subscribe to Opossum Buddy, he's always talking about break-ins and stuff like that. Look, stores are one thing, but yeah, it's getting to where it's hitting people at home. People that do pack rips and stuff like that, they work from home, out of their house. They have all this product there. It's what do you do? What do we got to do now? So we feel better about not just making a livelihood out of your home, which so many people do now, work from home, and that's just part of it. But the precautions you have to take. I have all kinds of precautions at my home, my stores, not at my house. We don't think about that. Of course, I have nothing here, so like obviously.
And clarify, Mason. If the flash fire box is empty, and so
you don't want any of that.
No, that's actually exactly what I was gonna say. Is you had so many people that this was just a hobby. It was I hang out with my friends, we go rip packs, we do whatever. Oh, hey, let's start live streaming, let's break, let's make content, let's do whatever. And it turns into more, and it's turned into like a maybe a part-time hobby, part-time job, part-time whatever, and then that turns into a career that you don't think like, oh wow, this thing that I'm making some money on now, and I'm like doing my thing in my house is gonna like now create this massive liability. And 10 years ago, it wasn't, because you could have all the stuff in the world and your collection's worth 10K, right? Like, and that's probably covered just by your homeowner's insurance or your renter's insurance of like 10,000 in personal stuff. Whereas like now, there's so many people out there that just their average collection is $30, $50, $100,000. And like, I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people that are like, there's that many people. You would be shocked at how many people have a 6-digit
and these days, that's not a lot, really. I mean,
just look at the collector app. People have their collections public, right? Like you can see people with how many people have.
And I think that is like, I think sometimes people tend to lose sight of how significant that is in their lives, because they don't think as long as I don't sell it, it's not going anywhere. And it's not even just theft. It's, floods, fire, tornadoes, whatever. Like there's all kinds of things that can happen to your collection, right? And like dog chews it up. Like this stuff is getting to be life-changing numbers, but people are not treating it like a life-changing type of thing where like with like security and things like that, like if you owned a jewelry store and you had $250,000 in jewelry, you'd have that thing security to the teeth. And yet people don't even have, working cameras in their home or alarms or anything. And they just treat it like, and they post, like, one of the big things you said there had, been away at an event, probably posted that he was in an event. Because from the extent of his home, not to like, I don't want to like do too much speculation into like what we don't know, but like you look at his home, you kind of, you hear him speculating as he's going through it. You start to speculate yourself. They probably had a decent amount of time in there to like go through every room that they did to the extent that they did. They probably had a decent amount of time. Probably knew he wasn't going to be back for a little bit at least. And like that wasn't like a quick run in, smash and grab 15 minutes and go kind of thing. And so you think about that and you just think about like people post online everywhere they go, everything they have, pictures of their home, their windows, the escape routes, where you can enter, where you can exit, like all these different things makes it really easy for somebody to do that. And we've seen other content creators just lately. Pokey was one. I know that unfortunately, my apologies, I can't remember her name, but I had seen that he had made in his video a comment about, she made a video where like these creators are removing stuff from their backgrounds, they're removing stuff out of their homes, they're going and getting leases for buildings or storage units or whatever, and trying to like remove a lot of that liability from their personal lives, because before it never felt like a liability and now it does. And I think for me and a lot of others, this one really hit home. I don't know Pokey Dean, but I've seen his content before. Seems like a really nice dude in the hobby. To just have somebody go into your house and just take your stuff, and that it's that easy. Like, and like, who knows what will come of this? Hopefully they've got some CCTV footage. It's very evident from what they took and what they left that they were probably not loading it into something large, that they were taking a lot of things by hand, which is why they left a lot of the larger collection boxes, a lot of the 3-pack blisters.
They use this hamper. They use like stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
taking
crazy.
what you could carry, right? And so like, which also means that like there's probably some decent CCTV footage within a few miles of that. Like, but
Hopefully.
Can you get the police to work with you? Can you get neighbors to work with you? Can you get, like it becomes very difficult, right? Which is why I would highly recommend outdoor cameras as well as indoor cameras, everybody. But
so I mean, we kind of like we kind of jumped right into this, but the posing question we came up with, Mason, was making
the take is it even worth it to put it out there anymore?
Is it worth it to make content, to be a content creator in this space? Like, I never would have been at the level that I've been with Pokemon cards without making content 100%. Like, I want to have gotten the collections in and have the network and the trust to sell the stuff that I've sold. But it's like, I mean, it was at the point, like you just said, everybody has these insanely valuable collections. And also the market is so much bigger now and more accepted, like again with Ken Golden, that like you don't need a face anymore. You just need the product. If you have the product and put it out there in an anonymous way, you don't really need to be showing all this stuff off. So in today's world, I don't think being a content creator in this fashion of showing off your product and all that stuff, maybe if you're doing pack openings or like the Alex Hodges style, Deep Pocket Monster, should I open it? Should I keep it sealed? Whatever. But as a store, as a reseller, I don't think in today's economy, in today's market, it's worth it because there's too much risk.
So Mason, you make content more than either of us now, right? Like we all do the pod, but you still actively make it on your channel. I stopped for two reasons. One was I had other things going on in life, but two was the liability of people, right? Like people are always commenting on your stuff. A lot of times it's negative, not positive. A lot of people know about all your business. A lot of people have opinions on you that don't even know you, things like that, like to me, that weighed on me a lot, right? To where like I started to feel like the net payoff of that was not worth, like it affected me negatively. And one of those was those types of things. I'm not going to name the creators involved in this because I don't want to drum any of this back up, but like there were things that happened when I was creating content not involving me about other creators with like their home addresses getting put on the internet and them getting doxxed and things like that, and people making videos about them, and like and that stuff used to weigh on me of like, what if that happens to me, right? And so like when it got to the point of like, oh man, you're gonna have a kid, like like out the window. Like this was a very big exception, and this was like, because essentially we all hung out anyways, like let's just film it and make a thing out of it, and like whatever happens. But like, and that was because like can't live life in fear, but that got me to shy away from it. So I want to throw it to you, because you still make content. You have a store. Your store has been robbed before, multiple times, unfortunately, and like that's just the byproduct of having a store. So you've experienced this type of thing. Have you ever thought about just shutting it off, like closing all the holes of liability as much as you can?
Yeah, I mean, and obviously, my store is probably more secure, guaranteed, than most of the game stores that are out there. I guarantee that. Just because of all the time and money I've put in to make that and stop these things from happening. And yeah, I think about it like when I get a pallet of product dropped, do I even want to put that on social media? That hey, I just got a big pallet of product from a distributor. Do I want to put that out there? You know, I definitely second guess it and think about it now for sure. When I buy giant collections, do I want to put that on the socials? Hey, look what I just got in, guys. Look at all this cool stuff. I can't put like a $10,000 card in my case. Why would I do that? It's not worth the liability. Why? It's not worth it. I gain so little from that risk of that thing being in my case. It's just not worth it. So yeah, obviously even before this, I mean, perpetually, every day, it's a thought of like, ooh, how can I shore this up? How can I protect this? Is that worth having in my case, or is it going to stay locked away? It's something I always think about, and now even more so, obviously.
Yeah, because do you think this could damage the hobby? Like, and I want to frame it for you guys in the sense of like, one of the cool things is you buy an expensive card, you put it at home, you put it on display or whatever, so you get to look at it every day. This is the kind of stuff that makes you not want to do that. Makes you want to put it in a safety deposit box. Makes you want to send it off to PSA Vault or something like that. But then at that point, you're not even holding it anymore. You're not even appreciating it. Now it's just an asset held off somewhere. It's no different than looking at a picture on the internet, right? At which point then that's when people kind of like start to get emotionally detached from stuff. And it's like, I'll just sell it. I don't need the money anymore, or I need the money more than I need like this thing that I don't even have in my possession.
Yeah, I don't even get to enjoy it.
Does that start to harm the hobby? If like
that's been the conversation forever with us, I think. But now with how serious collectibles is as a alternative asset, maybe not so much. I mean, for me personally, yeah. If I didn't look at stuff every day, like I'd stop caring about it and probably sell it. But maybe I have a different outlook in my brain now that like this is a real asset that people are looking at as a store of value, and maybe I view it differently now.
Yeah, it really sucks the joy out of it, because I love people posting, "Hey, look at all the cool stuff I got, or cool collection. Look at my Pokemon shelf with all these cool things on it. It's stuff that's fun."
Yeah.
Not even once do I think about, "Oh, well, that's easy picking. Thanks for showing me exactly what and where it's at." Like, it doesn't even cross my mind. And it's just like,
sucks that it crosses other people's minds.
Yeah, it's just the impurity of it. It really takes the fun and the innocence out of it now.
Yeah, I mean, without going into like obviously crazy detail, like what are some things that you guys do? I mean, I think the first thing, especially at a certain level for everybody, is insurance. Like you can get collectible specific insurance. Make very detailed notes of what you bought them for, where they are in the house, pictures, receipts.
Like that's what your insurance company is going to require. The higher the value, they're going to want photos of it. They're going to want receipts of when you purchased it, probably some kind of information on where it's stored at,
how it's stored, where it's stored, what kind of systems you have in place.
Make sure your insurance covers what you're trying to insure. Like sometimes, insurance doesn't cover things like acts of God, right? Which is like, fire, tornado, earthquake, stuff like that. But a lot of times those are the things you actually want insurance for. And so you usually have to pay some kind of a premium for certain types of those things. If you're going to store stuff in your car, because you're going to go to like trade shows and stuff like that, you need to make sure your insurance policy covers your car, not just your house or your storage unit or your store or wherever. Like if you've got stuff stored in multiple areas. Another big one, packages in transit. right? A lot of people's collectible insurance will cover shipments up to a certain dollar amount if you have that as part of your insurance, if you ask for that to be a part of your policy.
That's one
Sometimes
of my most important ones. And I don't even do that much business anymore, but it is one of the most mentally freeing, relaxing portions of this, because I will deal mostly in higher end packages, I guess, or items still. So like having that insurance in place for shipping is so
well,
big.
we've all heard of like, oh, sent my shipment off to grading and it's lost in the mail. Hope it gets there. Like things like that. That like if your insurance doesn't cover that, that could just be a major loss, you know. And but outside of like insurance, there's a lot of things that people can do.
Well, I do
in
want
their
to talk about
homes.
insurance, if just for one quick second.
Oh, go for it. Yeah,
For as a business standpoint,
sure.
you know, it was a thing for businesses that is like, you know, what does a single piece of cardboard have in value? You know, people didn't understand. You know, a lot of the old timey insurance guys, they didn't understand. I will say, if you own a business, or if you even for your house too, if the agent that you go through, or the company that you go through, if they're like, I don't know, is that even valuable? Like, is that even something that you want to cover? If they ask questions like that, immediately be like, is there somebody I can talk to that would have some knowledge, or what kind of collectibles packages? Who do I need to talk to get that added to my insurance? Because when I was doing it the first time around with our first insurance company, it's inventory. It doesn't matter, that type of stuff. It wasn't until very, very recently where it's like, yeah, I'm going to start doing more shows. I need that to be covered. You know, I need, my actual stores to be seen as like, yes, these are actual expensive items. These are not just like something that is easily replaceable. It's not. These are like collectible items that need to be covered, and it's out there. Every insurance company offers it, I'm sure. You just got to talk to the right person that's going to understand and help you walk you through that kind of thing, and just understand the actual value of these things, because they're still, to some extent, not taken seriously as like, yes, this is something that is important to me and has true value. So definitely go through the effort, go through the channels of contacting the right person with your insurance to get that stuff added.
Yeah, and if you're not going to do like collectible insurance because maybe you already have a homeowner's insurance policy or something like that, and it covers up to X amount of personal, and that covers it, that's great. Just check with your insurance agent or insurance company, because a lot of times they may make you get a rider that separately specifies what those items are if they're expensive, and they may want you to get an appraisal. And a lot of times these auction houses, there are a few individuals in the community that are authorized to do appraisals that can do official appraisals for you, either based on historical solds or other things that are similar. If you've got a more like niche, like one of one type item or something, that can kind of help you get those authorized through an insurance company. But it really is important. But in addition to insurance, there's a lot of like, target hardening things. So to give you guys context, one of my majors in college was criminal justice. I think Mason was the same. Target hardening is one of your big topics that you talk about, and that's, how do you reinforce an area so that you make it harder for people to commit crime. I think a lot of people know about security systems and things like that, but there's a difference between I'm going to go to my Best Buy and buy an Arlo system and hook it up in my house myself that any like common Joe hacker could probably defeat, versus I'm going to call Brink Security and have them come out and install a security system in my home. Very different things. You'd be shocked at how cheap that actually is. But in addition, there's a lot of additional things you can do at home. There's a lot of things that you can do away. I would implore everyone to research those. I'm hesitant to like give a lot of suggestions, because then I'm just giving people a checklist of like, oh, okay, so Squeaks does this, Squeaks has that.
Well, like you need alarms, you need cameras, there's all, look up. It's easy to look up and see what type of different types of alarm systems there are, and you go talk to your local police. Like, tell them, hey,
actually, yes, they will actually come out to your property and be like, yes, this is something to think about. This is something to think about, because they see that stuff all the time. They are extremely skilled, and they will. I think most police departments, you can schedule it, and then there may be a fee of some kind, but I'm sure most of them will do it for free.
And they'll want to know too that you have an alarm that's going to call them.
Well, some
like, some you have to register with your city. So
And something that I want to tell people is, and this isn't necessarily going to stop somebody from stealing. If somebody shows up to your house with a gun and they're just going to take stuff, they're going to do it whether you're there or not. But one thing that can deter people is, professional thieves will case a joint. They'll track when you're home, when you're not home, things like that, your social media, stuff like that. And one of the big things is just you not being there. Right, we kind of speculated Dean was away at an event. They probably waited until he was gone, went and did that. If you've got a lot of money in your home, pay somebody to house it. Pay somebody to be at your house and be there while you're gone. It's not that expensive to pay someone to house it. Somebody that's trusted, family member, really best friend, something like that. Professional security guard, whatever. Pay somebody to watch your home while you're gone. Cheap level of insurance versus, just leaving it there and hoping that your security stuff does what it's going to do. I, again, recommend having the security stuff, but even my wife and I don't leave town much because we're homebodies. But when we do, we make sure that there's somebody in our home, staying in our home always. And I would highly implore, because it'll give you a peace of mind too. The last thing you want is to go on a trip or go to an event or do something fun, and the whole time you're just thinking about, like, man, I hope my stuff's there when I get home.
Right.
And
you want to keep worrying about it every time you leave your house, or do you want to pay the $500 and get it taken care of?
Yeah. So, it's really unfortunate. I'm sorry to Dean that it happened. Sorry to Trainer Court, I believe that's their new name, that happened to them, and anyone else that it's happened to. It's really unfortunate. We heard it back in COVID. It happened to a few people as well. It won't be the last time, surely, that we hear about it. But everyone, do your due diligence. Be mindful. If you want to post about going to an event, post about it when you get home if you can. I understand some people's business, it's like imperative that they're doing social media and stuff while they're gone. But I promise you, people like your pictures and stuff just as much when you're home as when you're away.
And if you have good product, they're going to buy from you. You don't need to tell them you're coming. So
yeah. So,
but yeah, let's end this off on a positive note. I want to get back to more exciting discussions to make sure I go to bed soundly tonight.
John calls me at 2 a.m. I think I might be getting robbed. Yeah.
Every
That's
noise.
John.
I got a hot take for the 30th here.
Okay. All right.
I believe that the best Pokemon product that comes out this year for the 30th is not going to be a TCG item or TCG SKU.
Okay. All right.
What do you think of that?
All right.
Meh.
I don't know.
Yeah, we need the family feud. Just like on a soundboard.
So look, okay, we've seen Lego. We're disappointed. We've seen. What else have we seen? Sorry, what else? I'm blanking at the moment. Have we seen anything else yet? We've seen.
I mean, it's UIC merch, which we haven't talked about. Mason.
We'll get into that. We just had a first intro into that. But I actually just had the privilege of playing, not only seeing, we all saw this online, but I got to play the Pokemon Pinball machine, the limited edition one at that.
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
And
wait. Question: which one was it? Do you know? Like what Pokemon was on the placard?
What do you mean? Or are there different Pokemon? There's a Mewtwo.
Here, I got you. Here. Okay.
No, so on the machine, each one is numbered 1 to 750, and it's my understanding that each number has a different Pokemon on it.
I didn't even look.
Because there are people that are like trying to get spot 6 for Charizard and 25 for Pikachu.
So they're
and I don't
sold
know
out.
Because it shows the Pokemon, or if it shows, people are trying to buy them secondhand.
So Caleb X Swag did a video. We can go back and look at it probably. I don't know if he gets close enough, but I remember there being a Mewtwo, unless they all have Mewtwo. But I don't even know how to seriously play pinball or anything. But it was intense.
Yeah, look at the play field here. I mean, it's just so
much fun. And then learning, I started to dive into learning what it takes to be a good pinball player and the extent of what you can do with what Pokemon's going to do with the pinball machines. So excited. I haven't bought one yet. Limited edition sold out. But if you're going to buy one, buy the premier one. Don't buy the base level one. Way better. So much fun. This
is your item of the year, regardless of what else we see. This is your item of the year.
I think so. I mean, I know
cool, man. This is pretty.
I know,
cool.
it's inaccessible to most people. It's, the premiere is 10 grand or whatever. But like, man, I hope people get the chance to play this thing at a local barcade or wherever that, it, it, I need one. I want one. I'm going to get one, hopefully. It is so cool. And like, it's funny too. They're like, someone commented when I was with them, like, this is the first Pokemon pinball machine. We're like, no, they did Pokemon pinball on Game Boy like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So
And
they
the
went,
Advance, yeah, there were a couple of those.
they went from digital to physical, so they're going backwards.
Yeah.
But it is epic, dude. Epic.
Very cool.
So spoilers, I did buy one.
I know.
I bought the premium. I wanted a limited, but could not find one, and
they sold out before.
Yeah, so we've heard that John and I both heard the same rumor separately, so that probably puts some validity to it that they sold out before the announcement that Stern was making a Pokemon pinball even happened, because there was speculation that like their next big announcement would be that. So people were calling their pinball distributors and saying, I want to be on the list for the next Stern machine, essentially.
I talked with the Stern guys. They told me they were sold out before.
That it was inevitably going to be Pokemon. And so, this comes at a really interesting time for them, because I've been reading a lot of like the pinball forums and stuff like that the last few Stern machines maybe have had a little, I would say like controversy, but like maybe the community wasn't as like pleased with some of the decisions and stuff. So it seems like people are really excited about that this is the next one. I've heard a lot of comments that from a pinball perspective, from like hardcore pinball players, pinheads, that they are...
Who do you call them, pinhead?
That they are, maybe that's a bowling term, I don't know. But they, that like, there's a lot of depth to it, in the sense that a lot of really easy shots for new people that are going to feel like they're like really good at pinball from playing it, like easy multi-ball, easy stuff like that. But there's still a lot of depth in a lot of the other mechanics for deep pinball playing. That there are a lot of differences between the Pro and the Premium / limited edition. So those two also have differences, but a lot of them are more cosmetic. But that like things like the Meowth balloon and the Pikachu are not animatronic on the base level Pro model. That there's no toilet bowl, which is like the spinner that the ball rolls around. There's no left shoot. So they've kind of condensed some of those mechanics down on the Pro. And a lot of times the reason for that is, one, saves them money, right? But two, you got to think about, these get put in arcades. They get played all day long. They get beat up by people. And so sometimes not having some of those mechanisms, like things going up and down that can then break, and motors that can go out and stuff like that, it makes it more economically friendly for an arcade to have those machines, because they last longer. And so that's why those are actually going to be the first machines that hit the market, or the Pros are going to be the first ones that they start shipping over the next couple of weeks. And then after that, we're going to see the premium and limited editions hit. Limited editions, $750. They're already sold out. Rumor has it you're going to be paying $25 to $30K to get one of those.
There was one like immediately on eBay at 30.
Yeah.
I think MSRP was supposed to be 13, something like that.
Yeah. And so premiums and Pros will probably go through multiple waves of sales, probably just for as long as Stern has the license. One of the coolest things to me was that it sounds like this game is going to be continually updated. They're going to have 182 Pokemon at launch on it that you can like catch while you're playing, and you can track which ones you've caught on the mobile app. So like you'll have your own like essentially mobile Pokedex, and then they're going to add more over time. And so the game's going to continue to evolve, add more replayability.
How do they do that?
I assume it's like a software update. So like
you have to like
Wi-Fi or something, or via the app or something like that. The Pokeball shakes also on the premium. But one of the other big things is that, so all the art on this was Pokemon art that they already had. They didn't get to handcraft any art or anything like that. And that's no surprise to us that have been around Pokemon for years. Pokemon's very restrictive of their IP. But one of the things I found really interesting in the interview was Stern made their own Pokedex and got it approved, as well as the island. So they were not allowed to use a region from any one of the games. So this is actually a custom 4-zone region that's made for this, and a custom Pokedex that's made for this that was approved, or still getting approved, that will be represented. So the Pokedex you see up on the screen is not going to match any of the region Pokedexes. The island's going to be its own like pinball island, probably not called that, but in that reference. So yeah, overall, The machine looks really fun to play. So to give everyone context, my wife and I have played a lot of pinball. We have 2 digital pinball machines. That's just because I don't have the attention span for just one machine. I need like 1,000 tables at once. But we've got like the really fancy ones with the shaker motors and the solenoids and all that, so it feels like real pinball. This looks awesome. This looks like it's just going to be so much fun. Have a bunch of friends over, order some pizza, have a high score tournament, and just have a blast. The music is nostalgic. They got the announcer voice from like the anime. Like it's very anime themed in terms of like the animations
Clips
that you
from
see
the
up on the
show.
screen.
Yeah.
So,
I think they.
So, Sean, you're talking this thing up, supporting me, but you were the first one to say no. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this is awesome. Don't get me wrong. I think this is so awesome. But I have to give you the big X because, like, brother, first of all, we haven't even had Pokemon Day, which is on the 27th. So, like, when people see this,
right.
it's going to be like a week, essentially, until Pokemon Day.
Mm-hmm.
But they have a whole year to beat this. I can't imagine that the greatest thing they're going to do this year is also simultaneously going to be the second thing that they do this year. After Lego.
What do you think? What do you think it's going to be? Is it going to be cards? Is it going to be what do you? I mean,
they just made that theme park, right? Have we seen
that? That's another thing we need to talk about. That's a bummer.
It's a bummer.
That does not look fun at all.
Did you see the walkthrough that I posted in one of the Discord?
It looks awful.
Oh, please. Oh, my
I'm more excited for their collaboration with Universal. I think that's
that's what I was talking about, actually.
Okay.
You're talking about Poke Park, right?
Poke Park, yeah.
I'm talking about the collaboration with Universal, which I assume we're going to see and hear more about this year.
That could be.
That's going to be huge. But
that to me, like, if they go like Harry Potter levels of like where you can do like that
would be something else.
Yeah, that would be amazing. But yeah, I think there's going to be something for cards too. That's going to be awesome. We've seen like people leaking out things that we don't really know if they're legitimate or not, but have to do with like, we talked about last week, the first partner cards with the backgrounds and everything. If they lean more into that or do a set around that and go super hard into that, just like cards that are just like dopamine nostalgia hits, like pure like video game anime adrenaline to your veins. Yeah, dude,
we're going to get a collector box.
God, please give us a UPC that's retro video game themed. Oh my God,
that's what I'm most excited about. Like coming up,
make it 3. Like the box needs to be 3 panel, red, blue, and yellow. Right, the back is green as a nod to Japan and green version. Inside, you open it up, it's all 8-bit sprites. Like, just hire me on Pokemon. Call me in. I got you. I'll design the product.
Mason, thank you for pulling that. That is epic.
I love
merch, right?
this.
That was it, EUIC or EIUC?
I think this is just going to be available everywhere.
Yeah, but they showed it at EUIC, I think, was where we first saw it. And there's like a hoodie, too.
It's all here.
Yeah.
There's the playmat.
Dude.
Box.
Hey, graded video games to the moon.
This is so nostalgic, though, dude. Like, this is...
It is. That Gengar, Nidorino, Pan, dude.
So good.
I can hear the music in my head.
Yeah. 30th. This is cute. Love this.
Yeah, it's kind of whatever.
Well, 30th.
I don't like the shiny.
We got that.
Or whatever.
This is the coolest thing that I really enjoy. Is this guy? This is the
manga.
Manga from One Piece. They took the idea. Good idea.
Yeah, manga stuff just seems to be a theme that we're getting rumblings of. About talking about the manga and just the panel work and stuff like that. Obviously, One Piece has the manga rares that have the panels in the background. So, Pokemon may be taking some inspiration from old One Piece here.
I've been called crazy, but I'm telling you, animation sells in manga, baby.
Dude, these are cool though. First of all, that mat's dope. How each of the starters is beating their typed version. So like Charmander's beating Bulbasaur, and then Squirtle's beating Charmander.
That's gruesome, right?
Charmander's getting got by Squirtle right there.
See, Squirtle's scared for his life there too. And Bulbasaur is just like the most chill.
Yeah, Bulbasaur's face like doesn't match what he's doing, but everything else is like fine. He's just kind of like there, but that mat's super super cool.
it looked like the Pidgeotto and it's cute.
Oh, but look at the back. Yeah, the
there's
Mew.
all
Look at
kinds
the
of details in
Mew
here.
and the
Mew.
Pikachu and Clefairy, which is a nod back that Clefairy was supposed to be the original mascot, not Pikachu.
Mhm.
Well, if you look above that one too, you'll see that looks like a Poliwhirl or the start of a Poliwhirl. Poliwrath, right? Oh, there he is on the right.
There,
Yeah.
Poliwhirl was always kind of front and center of the Time magazine. Like
They say he was one of the first ones they made,
and getting stuck in the woods, trying to level those two forever to get your butter for your Beedrill, so you can go fight Brock and not lose.
It's a Diglett, Kakuna, all kinds of little.
Dude, this I'm telling you, man, and like
cool.
I love it.
I think John, I think the pinball machine's amazing, and it very well could be the top item of the year. But I see stuff like this, and it makes me think we're in for something really special this year.
That's too loud for clothing.
I'm hesitant to just check mark and say, "Yep, the pinball's going to be it." For me, it probably will be, but I think if this is a sign of what's to come, I think we're in for a really, really exciting 30th anniversary.
Yeah, keep this energy, Pokemon. Keep this energy.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and so some of this stuff looks like it was Pokemon International.
Yeah, this is the official stuff.
Yeah. So this stuff's really cool. I'm excited to see, like, there's a lot of people out there that don't care about any of the merch, and they just want Gen 10.
Yeah.
Wind and Waves, which is rumored to be the names of the games. And dude,
surely it's coming.
All they have to do, new animation sprites. That's all they've got to do. Like, that's all people have wanted for years is new models of the Pokemon. If they make new models, give us an open world. So, like, a lot of games, the models of, like, when you're battling and, like, a Pokemon does its move or whatever, a lot of those have been reused for many, many years.
Oh.
And people
I felt like they changed them every year for us when we were kids.
They've been not
probably,
great.
but they were just, like, sprites. They weren't, like, full.
They have not been great for
Oh, okay. Yeah. I haven't played the new game, so I don't.
Yeah. So, like, I think people want big open world, which they really leaned into that. I think with Scarlet and Violet, it felt like
Legends of Arceus, right?
Yeah, so I think that they keep going that route, maybe bigger, more in depth, and then
Pokopia
hit new animation, which that's getting great reviews. Everyone, we reviewed that. We did real in depth review.
Can you play it yet? Is it out?
No,
I think it comes out this Friday.
Yeah, it's very, very soon.
But it's getting great reviews. Like,
people really like good. Little previews.
What do we know? We've only been doing this forever.
Yeah, what do we know? But yeah, I don't know, man. I think if that Gen 10 hits, I think that's going to be like the straw that really sets the tone for the year. If the Gen 10 announcement hits, new animations, new models, new region's big, cool mechanic, starters. That's the other thing we haven't talked about. The starters for Gen 10, which always really dictates like how people feel.
What kind of animals are we gonna get? Are we gonna get like a worm?
There's been a lot of rumors out there, so it's hard to like speculate.
We're gonna get a worm. We're
gonna speculate animals.
A worm is a starter. a worm with a top hat. Okay, I would be in on a worm with a top hat.
What?
We're gonna get. Okay, if it's wind and what do you say? Wind and wake. I like wake better. We'll get a starter like bird, like something that flies, right? Then we'll get a starter water Pokemon. Or is it always fire, water, grass still?
Grass, yeah.
Oh, then maybe we won't get a bird.
We'll have secondary typing.
You could grass bird.
We'll get a green bird. We'll get a dolphin.
2.0.
And then fire wise, we'll probably get like
cat.
Ooh, another cat? No.
Oh, why not? They've already done They did a cat, a rabbit. Give us a coyote, dude. Give us a coyote Pokemon.
Okay. I like that.
I'm down for that. A coyote. Yeah, like let's think of some obscure Pokemon that we could have.
Like animals that haven't been represented yet.
Well, I don't know if there's any.
I don't know.
Yeah, at this point, well, they've been making them up. They've been making buildings Pokemon, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I was gonna say make a car, but we already did that too. Rever Room.
Maybe they'll do like spirits. They'll do like a wisp.
They've already done that. There's Chandelure and Litwick and Man, it's tough. Like, this has got to be hard. Like, you're sitting in a room, you're like, guys, we got to make 100 new Pokemon. It's like,
that's
what
the
haven't
hardest
we
job.
made?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like, well, yeah, because also, like, everyone's going to bash you for whatever you make. Like,
Well, not only Pokemon, but also everybody else that's doing similar stuff. You can't be like, that's exact copy of a Pal World thing now.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, which was the other way, but yeah.
Right. But,
yeah, it's interesting. I would love to see a bowl of ramen would be cool.
Ooh.
Because they did tea,
a little
right?
fish cake, a little fish.
Then you could have Pikachu with the ramen bowl, but now the ramen bowl is a Pokemon. That'd be kind of cute.
What if they
Chopstick Pokemon?
Chopstick Pokemon, a little fish cake Pokemon, a noodle Pokemon, and they come together and create a ramen bowl.
No, the stage 1 is the chopsticks.
We would get if we were pitching this, we would have got kicked out.
I'm gonna leave it to them to come up with.
The basic would be the bowl and the chopsticks. Then the stage 1 is like some of the stuff going in. Then the stage 2 is like the whole, like the Naruto ramen bowl. And then they announced the Naruto collab with it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been kicked out of the boardroom, Mason. What would you suggest?
You guys want to look at the Santa Cruz skateboards now too?
No. Oh, is that your pick?
Yeah.
Is that your pick for the year, Mason?
No, it's not. Absolutely not.
Clarity, they brought this up pre-show. I don't know what these even are, so I'm very excited to see this.
So Sean, they did this a couple years ago. Santa Cruz blind bag skateboards.
Same thing.
You could get the
one
one
where there was like a gold Charizard and stuff.
There was the Charizard, Gyarados. Don't remember the other ones, but you could get a 1 of 50 gold. The other ones were silver.
Well, I was going to say, I see the trading card, but can you go back? The interesting thing of this is that says Pokemon trading card game.
They might be adding cards to these. Nick.
Oh, no.
Do we know for sure, Mason? Does this show us everything?
I'm sure it doesn't show everything.
That's a Mew board for sure.
For sure.
I don't know. I thought, I saw a picture of like.
That's like their.
Wait, keep going. One more.
Logo thingy.
Okay.
Oh, does this have all? Oh, there is a Mew board.
Oh, so they're doing. Wait, are these the last ones?
Yeah, I don't know if these are current ones or if this is like, hey,
those are like the last ones.
Yeah, those are the last ones.
So they're teasing the boards on them. Then.
Yeah, because these have trading card game, which is so interesting.
Yeah, they're card game specific. Yes.
I saw a render of someone doing all the gold cards that have been made and put them on the boards. So the gold Gardevoir, Lucario, Charizard, Dragonite. I don't know if that was real or not, but
is it bad of me to say that I'm just kind of skateboarded out?
Yeah, I mean, as far as I think Bearwalker stuff is just way cooler.
I like the Bearwalker boards a lot better, but also still I'm like Bearwalkered out too. No disrespect to him, he makes great stuff.
Incredible stuff.
Yeah,
it's like it is TCG like merch stuff.
That is very interesting that they're doing that.
Yeah,
that it's TCG focused for skating boards. Like that doesn't really make sense to me. I like it, but it doesn't make sense to me.
They're trying to take out Skate TCG now while they got the chance before they blow up.
Can we get a Tony Hawk EX 900?
Tony Hawk Pokemon?
That'd be cool.
Dude, well, we got Katy Perry and
Bird on
Post Malone. Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's get some more celebrities.
Bring Post Malone back. Can we do that?
Can we get those cards?
What is he doing these days? Is he still playing
Magic? What's the deal? Probably. Yeah, man. I was just in the car the other day thinking about that. Of like, did Katy Perry and him and that other guy, did they ever actually get cards of those? Like, are those out there and we just never saw them? Or was that literally just only a digital thing? Like, well, someday we're going to know. But we don't know right now. Dang.
Someday.
It'll be on Golden Auctions.
Man. I should have asked when I had the chance to find that question out. I probably would never got to know. I would have just been told, can't tell you. Dang. I want to know. I want to know that so bad now.
I may or may not know.
Does Katy Perry have a Pokemon card in her house in a drawer somewhere that every person would die to have?
Those mock-ups were official, right? Like they were.
Look, I may or may not know. We can end it here and shout it out to everybody.
Oh, John. These are okay. John does this, and then like we'll get off and he'll be like, "Yeah, I don't know, guys." It was just like 100%, like absolutely like just trying to like elevate the status of John. Hey, that's smart though. You keep doing that.
That's all I have.
That's all I've got.
Wild
Guys.
I sold everything for this bookcase. Yeah, I don't have.
yeah. Well, hey, I'm excited for the 30th. We've only got from when we filmed this 9 days ago. From when you guys see it, it'll be like 5. I'm very, very excited for what we see. We're gonna have a lot to talk about on that pod after. Hopefully, I hope that direct is gonna be like an hour long or something, and just hit us with it. Like, don't give us 40 minutes of like past history nostalgia talk. I want 58 minutes of absolute gas and 2 minutes of a surprise appearance by Miyamoto announcing a Pokemon.
Sean
Nintendo
wants
collab.
Ishihara up there farting. He wants the gas. Let's give it to us.
That's no. I want them to bring in Miyamoto and to say how much Game Freak and Nintendo and Pokemon get along, and how they're going to bring Zelda in and Mario in and Donkey Kong, and we're getting trainer collabs with Pokemon, and it's
you are setting yourself up to be disappointed so hard.
Bro,
we've had enough of this
50th anniversary. They're doing it.
Super Smash Bros. Melee Part 2 has every Pokemon in it. Have fun.
Every Pokemon. Well, that's just a Pokemon Stadium game.
When did the Mario Pikachu cards come out? That was
2016.
So that would have been their 20th anniversary.
Ooh, now we're thinking.
Zelda's 40th is this year.
It is. Very close to the same time, actually.
Star Wars 50th is next year. That means nothing.
Nobody cares. Anyway, somewhere Scaff is out there just stabbed in the heart. Scaff's a huge Star Wars fan. But no, remind me to tell you the story sometime. So Scaff and Tyler are 2 guys I worked with at GQL, and they gave me this whole speech on why Star Wars is like the most influential, like one of the most influential IPs that has ever existed in the world. And like, I'm just so not a Star Wars guy, so I was just so uninterested. But anyways, I
watched episode 1 today on the plane, so
I can appreciate it for what it is, but it is, I don't know, man. You try to go back and watch some of those old movies, and like if you don't already have a pre-existing nostalgia, like
I can't watch 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, and 3.
It's kind of rough, dude. It's like the blasters. It's like, dude, we need remakes.
The most influential that's a take for sure.
Well,
that's a take.
Yeah. Which for movies, it probably was one of the most influential.
Well, it was
Lord of the Rings,
like Hollywood,
way up there higher. Like Lord of the Rings.
No, Star Wars was groundbreaking.
Lord of the Rings is way after Star Wars, though, right? Like their argument would probably be that Star Wars paved the way for Lord of the Rings.
That shot of the Millennium Falcon going in really terribly was groundbreaking in the industry. Luke,
I am your father. Blah blah blah. Okay. Anyways,
that's not the line, but whatever.
I don't even remember what we were talking about before, but no, there's room here. Legend of Zelda 40th, Pokemon 30th. I'm just saying they're gonna do the Netflix live action for Zelda, right? So there's a lot of.
I didn't hear that. What?
Yeah, they've already cast for it and everything. They've done filming. Yeah, so who knows if Link's going to
Mario Galaxy movie now.
There's a collaboration there that could happen. Who would Ganon have as a Pokemon? Ganondorf.
Himself?
All the animal forms he's had.
It would be what's the big he's got an EX in black and white. He's
Embor?
He's a big Embor, maybe. No.
The pig?
Yeah, he's a big dude. No, he's got an EX from black. He's a black and white guy.
Incineroar.
No, not
Sun and Moon.
No, he's like a big dinosaur looking guy.
Oh, Tyrantrum.
Tyranitar. What's a Tyrantrum? No.
See, this is where it's hard when John doesn't know.
Did y'all
any
play
Pokemon beyond like
Zelda
Gen 2?
Y'all
this is gonna be. Oh gosh,
John's gonna look up
keep
the
talking
whole list
while I'm
of
looking this up. That's literally what I'm doing right now. Yeah.
It's fine. Well, why John looks this up? I think there's some level of collaboration we could have this year that would be super, super cool. I would love to see another collab with the Nintendo IP in some capacity. Could be Mario, right? Mario movie's coming in March. Something there.
Absolutely.
I'd take anything. I'll take anything. Anything I can get at this point.
Mew and Mario hanging out on a.
Just give me Mario characters with Pokemon, like the pairings, like how everyone's always done the pairings over the years.
It's Terrakion. You would have Terrakion.
Oh, Terrakion's cool. Yeah.
That
Embor's
makes sense.
cool.
Valiant,
Okay.
Virizion, Keldeo.
Well, he's got to be like a pet. But okay. All right. Well,
Yeah,
that's been the
All
show.
right. That's
That's
it.
it. That's where we're ending. Okay.
We're just. Oh, sorry. I felt like we were rambling.
We're just hanging out now.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is just what we do. But we know we can wrap it. We did 30th anniversary. What do you guys think you're gonna see? Mason, close us out. You've been the intro king here lately, so be the outro king.
Guys, we need subs. We got to share this stuff around. We got to get people watching this stuff. Come on.
Which really we should put this at the start.
This is peak. This is peak content and peak takes that we work very hard on. We do not just come up with them right before recording. We spend all week thinking about, yes, I want to talk about that on the podcast. So support us by sharing this around, letting people know that, hey, there's a little podcast. Maybe you've heard of these guys. They're kind of they're kind of cool. I like them a lot. Share us around and steal people's phones and subscribe to.
No, don't steal. Channel. We just had a whole section on how we're not supposed to be stealing things.
Look, borrow people's phone and say, hey, can I open a YouTube app real quick and subscribe to the Offsetter podcast?
That's a good take.
That's it.
That's great.
Great.
All right, Nate, clip that and put it at the start so that we can get subs.
Great.
Yeah.
Both.
All right.
We'll put it at both places. Heck. All right, great. Thanks y'all for watching. We'll see you guys at the next one. Thrifty will be back, probably, right?
Maybe.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Hopefully.
All right. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Bye, y'all.